Hello, it's been a long time since I've updated my blog and quite a lot of people have been asking me to do so, so I've decided to update it today. I'm now 7.5 months post-op from full abdominoplasty with muscle repair. It's gone great. The reason I haven't really updated is just because I've been so busy, life's taken over quite a lot. I'm getting married in 8.5 weeks, so I've been sort of preoccupied with a lot of that sort of thing and work and different things, so that's why I haven't updated. Like I say, it's gone really well, no regrets, absolutely chuffed to bits with my results. I'll put some pictures on later in the video so that you can see where I'm up to now. I still swell up from time to time at night. That's the question that most people seem to be asking about, really, is swelling. Swelling takes ages to go, and I've been told it can take anything up to a year, and like I say, I'm 7.5 months post-op now. Generally speaking, the swelling's gone down a heck of a lot. I'm not swollen all the time anymore. I only really swell up now when I've done a lot. So if I've been working a long shift or something and I've been on my feet for 12 straight hours, or if I've been in the gym and I've worked particularly hard in the gym, then sometimes I'll swell up, and it's just sort of in the right lower down middle part, sort of along the pubic line really, where I get a bit of swelling there sometimes, but it's nothing like it was. Basically, people have asked me what's the best way to keep the swelling down, and really there's nothing much that you can do to prevent the swelling. Really, it's just part of the healing process, so you just got to give it time, you've got to have patience with it. But things that can help, avoid eating too many salty foods and things like that, because that's just going to make you retain water and make the swelling worse. Wear your compression garment as much as you possibly can. Even 7.5 months out, I still wear my compression garment quite often most nights, unless it's particularly hot and it's just not too uncomfortable to wear. I just find that it helps just to take any swelling down that I've built up in the day. And make sure your compression garment's working for you as well, because if I was wearing the compression garments that I had in the first few days, it'd be completely pointless me even bothering, because they wouldn't be tight enough. So you want to make sure your compression garment is difficult to get on, and that you just, when you first put it on, it's kind of like, oh god, that feels tight. Almost like to this point where you feel it's difficult to breathe, because if it's not that tight, it's, like I say, it's completely pointless wearing it. You might as well just be wearing a lycra top, because you won't be getting any more support than that if it's not tight. So that's the main thing I'd say with swelling, really, because that was one of the main questions that people had asked. The other thing that people have asked a lot about as well is the scar. And again, towards the end of the video, I'll put some pictures on of what the scar looks like now. My scar is completely flat, it's not lumpy, it's not raised. I've got a tiny little bit of puckering around the scar, but it's so low it wouldn't bother anybody. You certainly can't see it through clothes or anything like that. It's the tiniest little thing ever, just where it dints in around the scar. It's a thin, sort of almost white silvery line there now. I had micropore tape on my scar for 12 weeks, which I only changed when it was hanging off. So it was a case of putting the tape across the scar, leaving it in place, showering, doing all your daily stuff as normal, and then when it was literally starting to hang off, you peeled it off, put fresh on, and I did that for 12 weeks. I saw the surgeon at 12 weeks and I was told I was fine to discontinue that, so I did. And I then moved on to Environ AVST body oil on the scar and really massaging it in. So I was told it's no good to just rub it on, leave it like moisturiser on the rest of your body. You have to sort of massage it into the scar to break down the scar tissue. I used exactly the same stuff to heal the scars on my breast when I had them done. And like I say, the scars heal really well. Whether it's my body just heals that way or whether the cream's helped, I don't know, but it certainly hasn't done me any harm anyway. So if anything, it's just going to moisturise the skin. So that's what I've done in terms of scar healing. I'm back to normal with everything, really. I went back to work after 12 weeks, so I had quite a long time off work. My job's very physical, I'm on my feet for long periods of time, and I just was not capable of going back to work before that. I was very tight and sore on my belly button, and I just knew that I wouldn't be able, I still felt it difficult to stretch and things like that, and I wasn't able to do that. If I'd have worked in an office, I could have gone back after 2 or 3 weeks post-op, really, because I would have been quite happy sat behind a desk. But in the job that I was in, it just wasn't feasible for me to do that. I'm absolutely 100% fine with work now. I'm absolutely fine with the gym. There's no issues with it at all. I never feel sore or tight or anything like that anymore. I followed my physiotherapy instructions to the letter. I had to start doing them from about 6 to 8 weeks. And they gradually sort of got more and more intense, and I'm glad that I did them because they stretched me out properly, and I'm now, like I say, back to normal, so I'm dead pleased with that. Like I say, I don't feel any regrets at all. I'm chuffed to bits with the results. In my opinion, it's one of the best things I ever did. I don't have to worry about the skin hanging over anything anymore. I can just get dressed and not worry about it. It's great. And I'm really looking forward to my honeymoon in the Maldives that I've got coming up in a few weeks' time, without worrying about all the other things that I used to worry about every time I went on holiday. So I bought up a load of new bikinis and things like that. So yeah, it's exciting times ahead really, and move on with my life and get on with it and not have to worry about my hanging horrible tummy that was left over from losing all that weight. And I feel like the line has been drawn now, that I can move on, forget about being that fat bird, and yeah, just enjoy the new body that I've worked really hard for. Like I say, if anyone's got any questions or anything that they particularly want to know anything about, that they feel I haven't covered in any of my blog entries, just put comments on, you know, onto this video, and I'll try and do my best to update it again. There's not really much more I can say really, because like I say, I'm chuffed to bits with the results. The scar's healing well, you know, and swelling's just going to take a little bit longer before it completely goes totally really. So here are the photos anyway, that I promised that I'd put on. So first of all, here are the photos of the scar and how that's healing. And then these are just the general sort of before and after photos that I've got. So like the before, obviously just taken prior to surgery, and the after photos were taken a couple of weeks ago, just so that you've got an idea of how it heals really. So as you can see, there's been a big difference there. The scar's healing really well in my opinion. And like I say, even if it looked nasty, it's so low down that there's just no way that anyone's ever going to see it, because you wouldn't wear anything any lower than that anyway. So it's great. I don't have to worry about that being on show at all. So like I say, any comments, any questions, then just comment away and I'll try and answer them in another update if that's necessary. But otherwise, I probably won't update again until I'm a year post-op. So I'll see you when I'm a year post-op, and I'll be married by then, and you know, I'll have had my first holiday in wearing a bikini since the operation. So thanks very much for everyone for your support, and for your comments on my blog so far, and I hope it's been helpful to anyone that's been watching it. Thanks very much. Bye.